We are headed to a depth of 18 meters, about 30 meters from our waypoint 1, where we observed a water column anomaly in the multi-beam mapping data that Mimi Lobecker had conducted the other night. Well, I think it's going to be a really fantastic dive today. This is our 3rd SEEP dive. Very cool. Cutthroat eel. That's awesome. It has a shrimp in its mouth. So I guess for the first objective is really to see if we can find bubbles emanating out of the seafloor. Wow. Yeah, several live mussels and dead shell fragments along the outskirts of the mussel bed, and several carbonate outcrops. These carbonate outcrops are a result of precipitation of calcium carbonate from bacterial processes occurring on the seafloor. Okay, we're pirouetting around these carbonate outcrops that have at least 8 coral colonies, octocorals. Probably the large sizes we're seeing are at least a couple hundred years old. And we are currently diving New England Seep Site 1. And this is the first science dive here. Really, this mussel bed looks like it extends.
Seems like it's one big system.
Yeah.
It gets denser and patchier at different points, but ultimately they seem like that they're pretty much interconnected.
Wow. Look at that. That is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
All those really small mussels. Wow.
These little gastropods look slightly different than the ones we had seen in the other beds before. So this is interesting too.
We may not actually find the bubbles, as Mimi has indicated. This one was fairly weak. I mean, obviously the finding of the live mussels here and the alkalic carbonate at the seafloor is very significant, and I think that tells us something very important geologically.
Those bubbles coming up?
Bubbles.
There was a cry from the other room as Mimi celebrated, I think it was.
All right, we have bubbles, methane emanating from the seafloor here.
So this is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting in this type of sediment, isn't it?
This is good footage, guys. This is really nice.